Hello friends. So today we have a very important term in linguistics, that is sign, linguistic sign, signifier and signified. In good old days we used to say word and meaning. Word and meaning. But from Saussure, from the days of Saussure, the Ferdinand de Saussure, the great linguist, he calls this linguistic sign, which has got two inseparable parts. One is signifier and the other is signified. Signifier is the spelling, simple language. So C-A-T, this is the signifier. Has no meaning unless you give it meaning, unless you give signified to this. So he said C-A-T is only spelling, sign, it's just a sign, and you call that a signifier. Anything that signifies is a signifier. For example, a traffic light, it is a signifier. And when you ask, you give a meaning to that. If it is green, you say okay. If it is red, you say no. That's understand, that's all. And then signified is the meaning. Signified is the meaning. Meaning that you give to this signifier. So you CAT, you give the meaning, that animal, name of that animal. So that animal with mews, or that animal, that beautiful animal, the small animal cat, that is, you call it a cat. So you give the name, when you connect CAT with that animal, then it gets meaning. That's the point. Alright? Otherwise it is empty, no meaning at all. There is a red light. You don't give any meaning to that. They say, oh, it is very beautiful. Then it does not tell us that you should stop. It's because you say that red light is, a red traffic light is stop. So you give the meaning to that. You stop your way. So it's a green traffic light, that's a sign. And you give a meaning to that. Otherwise what else? You have seen festivals, red lights and green lights you have seen. You don't stop anywhere. You just go around enjoying. That's green. This is red, like that. So mixed and so on. Unless you give meaning to or signified, meaning or signified to it, there's no meaning. I think now it is clear to you. Alright. So then second point, this is the first point. Second point is this relation between the signifier and signified is arbitrary. Arbitrary means, who told you that red light means stop, green light means start? No, nobody has told you. The culture in which you live, or the tradition, or people who accept this sign, red as stop and green as go, they agree. Red is stop. Suppose it is the other way around. All the people, suppose they agree that red means go and green means stop. You will follow that, that's all. That's what is meant by arbitrary. There is no reason for it. There is no natural connection. There is no explanation for this. There is no logic for it. When you say CAT is the name of that animal, you don't find the animal here. You don't find the sound of the animal. You don't find the picture of the animal. You don't find any part of the animal here. Same with the dog. See? That's again another sign. Yeah? So the connection between this sign and what the sign indicates, there is absolutely no reason. Can't explain. That's why we say the relation between the signifier and the signified is arbitrary. Probably at some point in the history of mankind, in England or an English-speaking community might have seen, a speech community might have seen an animal like that and called it a dog. So the people, they agreed upon this. And so they started calling it. Suppose first thing somebody called it rat, that would have been a rat. Or some other people might have called it as a villain. It would have become a villain. That's all. So there is absolutely no reason why a particular signified is assigned to a particular signifier. That's what is meant by saying it is arbitrary. Understand? So, point 1, linguistic sign has two inseparable parts. Signifier means the spelling, signifier means the meaning that you give. And second point is, signifier and signified, there is no natural relationship, there is no explanation for that, there is no logic for that. You cannot say why this particular thing is called CAT, or why that particular animal is called DOG. There is no reason, no explanation for that. So we say that is arbitrary. And the third point, notice that the relation, you understand this by difference. How do you understand cat, distinguish cat from dog? Can you see cat sitting here and dog sitting here? No, because CAT is different from DOG. DOG is different from CAT. MAN is different, man is different from DOG. WOMAN is different from MAN. So only by difference you can understand, humans can understand different concepts or these signifier, signified or linguistic sign. So there are 44 phonemes in English, from beginning with the P. Okay, the P, etc. How do you know this is P and this is B? Because they are not same, they don't look same, they are different. So in language, you use language and you understand. You use language to understand this world outside. Understand? And that the mechanism by which you understand is by difference. And that's very true, because even otherwise we can see the material things. Car is car because it is not a bus. So same thing here also. Difference. And another point, fourth point is, you must have come across this word. In linguistic sign there is only absence, no presence. No presence. What do you mean by no presence? When the cat is not present here. The cat is absent. You can't say the cat here. Dog is not present here. Dog is absent. Man is not present in a man. Man is absent there. But you find only the concept there. That's what is meant by saying absence and not presence. So 4 points to remember. 1. Linguistic sign is a contribution given to us by Ferdinand de Saussure. Secondly, the sign, once upon a time it was called word and meaning. But today we say signifier, that the spelling signified the meaning. Okay. Secondly, the meaning, the signified and signified relationship is arbitrary. Means you cannot explain. Probably somebody might have called an animal, so it remains like that. The other members of the speech community might have supported. For example, Hindi we say kutta, we don't say dog. Why? People speaking Hindi, they call it kutta. So it is kutta. And they call billy. So billy is people speaking Hindi, saw that animal and they said, it is billy. Okay, so we all agree it is billy. That's all. No reason. So, again you can see, linguistic signs are arbitrary. You can see different languages use different signs for same animal. As I have just now told you. For in Malayalam we say pucha. See that? Pucha. And pucha in Hindi means to ask. Puchana. See the difference. Therefore, that's what I said. We are arbitrarily assigning signifiers to signifiers. That's the reason why different languages have different signifiers and different signifiers for a same object. So that's also a proof that the relationship between signifier and signified, that is arbitrary. Secondly, third point is, you understand this linguistic science by the difference, not by the similarity. Fourth is, there is no presence but only absence. That means the animal is not present or the tree is not present in TRW. or cot is not present in COT. Like that. I think now it's clear to you. So till we meet again, bye, have a nice day.